In electronic music, sometimes less is more.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Kit Rodriguez. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, we are here inside Ableton Live 11 at the computer, and it's because I wanted to demonstrate something that I've been trying to focus on a lot more lately, and that is the concept of sometimes less being more. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that sometimes you can ruin your own music by overcomplicating it, or, pushing past where it needs to be when you keep trying to add new stuff and it just actually makes it worse. As a drummer, I actually struggle with this all the time. I'm always trying to add in some new complicated rhythm or some extra drum fill that just doesn't need to be there. So lately I've been really focusing on pulling back. And believe it or not, here, these 3 tracks, and really these here are just the audio from my 3 returns. These 3 tracks make a full 2 minute and 30-second song. Now, the song is very, very simple, very, very basic. It's kind of like this ambient thing. And, let me just share it with you right now. Here you go. Enjoy. And there we go. As you can hear, something very, very different from what I would normally make. Usually I make a lot of upbeat stuff with, drums. I'm a drummer and whatnot. But I don't know. I was inspired to make something a little bit different here. Let me kind of go over how I did that. The bass line for this, as in the groundwork that I laid for this track came from the Hypha plugin from Native Instruments, which I believe is still free right now. You can get from their website. You'll also have to download Contact 7, which is like their player for everything. But Jeremy from Red Means Recording did a video on it, and I quite liked it. So I went and got it for free. I already had a Contact because I have this Neil Peart drum kit up here. Also, I would like to say right now this video is not sponsored by Native Instruments, and they have given me nothing and not even acknowledged that I exist, and I have not reached out to them for anything. Yeah, it was a free plugin. That's why I downloaded it. Free is in the name of my channel. I like free stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's got some cool presets. They're kind of these weird, like, evolve-y type sound. I don't know. They're really strange. In this track, it was the entire background, that kind of weird drone almost with like the rattling going on. It was this right here. And yeah, I heard that preset. I was just kind of exploring them. I found that, and I made a little adjustment to the amp envelope, as well as, I believe, the effects. By the way, the preset's called Introspection, and I just basically held it down for the duration of the entire 2.5 minutes or so, and I actually did that before I added anything else, and I was like, I'll just kind of noodle over the top of that. As soon as I heard that sound, I realized there needed to be some piano or something like that behind it. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I just went in and kind of automated the volume up and down so it kind of had that pulse. When it comes to Ableton, I know it's very, very powerful, but I still know almost nothing, so that's just one of probably many mistakes I made in this project, but in terms of doing things, quote-unquote the right way, but it worked for me, and that's okay. On top of keeping things simple, it's also a very good idea to not let others' comments about you really get you down. Certainly, use those comments to grow and improve, but with something like that, I'm not embarrassed about that. I got the effect that I wanted, even though there was probably an easier way to do that. Let's see. Then what I did is I added in the UV workstation, which is this piano that actually came with the Keylab Essential 61, so that was free. And then I partnered that with a preset from Vital, which is a free plugin, a synthesizer that is just phenomenal. It's so good. What is the name of the preset I used? I can't remember, and for some reason it's showing initialized preset? Really? Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't remember. I did this a couple days ago. But I just came up with that little melody. I think that's the key I was in. Let's see here. I was in E. There we go. I just came up with that little melody. And layered the piano with Vital together. This is what Vital sounds like by itself, by the way, and then we combine it with the keyboard or with the piano. And I just sort of kind of improvised around that. Just things like that. I understand you can't see the keyboard right now, so I'll stop playing now. And then just some very, very basic reverbs. And sent them each to a different one, and played around with a little bit of that audio from those reverbs, and that was really it. Now, the whole point of this video, though, was to share with you this experience. I kept trying to add more synthesizers. I was trying to add, like, background rain. I was trying to add maybe a little pulsy kick drum here and there to provide the illusion of tempo, and nothing worked. I came up with this basic song within, I don't know, probably like 25 minutes. And I kept trying to add to it for like 2 or 3 hours. And at the end of the day, I just said, no, stop. This is it. I realized I needed to pull back and stop trying to add things to it. And I wound up with this track right here. So this video will probably get me some hate from my, I'm sure, disgustingly poor use of Ableton and everything, and just not understanding things. But I don't really care about that. I just wanted to get out there and inspire at least one person to not overdo it and be proud of what you've come up with. And recognize when you're done with a project. Stop trying to add to it. Stop trying to plus it. Because if you are getting to the point where you just can't figure out what to add, chances are it's ready to be done. So go ahead and just move on to mixing or more effects or mastering or whatever. But don't be afraid to keep it simple, because sometimes less is more in electronic music. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.